you can see from the past, more and more universities and other instances are setting the right example of finding ways to go green and be more durable to the future. Now, in what ways can Maastricht University contribute to this? First, I will present you my agenda. I will present you first my main idea, and then some particular topics that are interesting for Maastricht University to implement. Starting with lights, then electric appliances, smart thermostat, recycling, and finally energy. And at the end, I also have some room for questions. My main idea is that little things add up. There are actually lots of ideas to go green, ranging from really simple ones to complicated ones, which are not always really easy to implement and can take a lot of time. So I think that Maastricht University should start with small ideas and don't try to be too difficult. Just like this bucket of water on the background, you can see that little drops eventually will fill it. So actually little actions count. And no huge investments of money or time are needed in this way. Starting with lights, we can start with turning off lights every time we leave the room. It's really simple. We can wait a little bit longer with turning on the lights. And we can use one of the three eco-friendly lights as shown here. We have the most normal type is an incandescent light bulb, which produces light by heating a filament wire to a high temperature until it glows. This is actually not a too good way to go green because it is really old and it produces more heat instead of light. Then we have the CFL, which is already better. It contains a mixture of argon and mercury gases that produce invisible ultraviolet light when the gas is excited by electricity. And finally, the best one is a LED, which contains electrons that recombines with electron holes, releasing energy in the form of photons and illuminating the bulb. Now, what can we actually save with using these types of lights? For sure, it depends on multiple factors, like the type of the light bulb. There are more shown here. The watt usage and how often you implement this strategy of turning off the lights. Just as shown here, the actions first with turning off the lights, we can easily save 10 to 20% of energy for lights on a year base. With turning on lights a little bit longer, and it is really necessary, we can save up to 5%, which is actually not too interesting yet. If we look further, we can see that for energy saving incandescent lights, we can easily save 25%, which is already getting more interesting for a university. But as we can see further, CFLs, however, save already 75% on a year base, and LEDs even 75 until 80%. So this is a good way to start saving energy and being more durable. Then we get to the electric appliances. We have to make sure the university turns off the electric appliances when they are not used, because in the standby mode is still use a huge amount of energy, and this can add up to hundreds of euros on a year base actually. Savings for a computer in this way are easily 34 euros on a year base. It's only one. This is about the same as 4 to 5 megawatt, which is a huge amount of energy. The university should choose wisely in buying electric appliances. They should choose the ones which don't use too much energy, I would say. So less watt usage for 1 hour. And then the university can implement a smart thermostat. It minimizes the temperature fluctuations, so the heating won't be working too hard, or the air conditioning won't be blowing all day, for example, in summer. They are easy to set. You can easily set times when, for example, in the evening between 8 and 8 in the morning, they won't be working too hard. So there's less waste of energy. If you combine this with smart setting, for example, just set the temperature a little bit lower in the winter and a little bit higher in the summer, the savings can easily add up to 26%. Then the university should recycle better, because I didn't see any special bins for special types of materials yet. They should start with the big 5: aluminium, glass, plastic, paper, and steel. But more realizable is when they start with plastic, paper, and aluminium, for example, because the other ones you won't find around too much on a university. They should buy smart. They can buy office furniture, which is recycled from recycled materials. They can even buy electric appliances, which are made from recycled materials as well. And they should encourage durable usage of printers, etc. And so encourage double-sided printing and use recycled papers. Well, then we will get to the final point again.